Okay, hi everyone, Callum and I are here discussing something I know so many of you may kind of blur the lines with, which is fat loss versus weight loss.
Exactly.
They are two very different things. Now if you come to me in clinic and you say I want to lose weight, my head straight away is thinking no, you actually kind of want to lose body fat.
Exactly.
Probably, not actual weight. The number on the scales is not a reflection often of what your body's actually doing.
Exactly, and exactly the same from my personal training side. How many clients I come to me and say, I want to lose weight? And exactly the same thing goes through my mind. What you actually want to do is you want to lose stored body fat. And hypothetically, if you did want to lose weight, well, we could just sever a limb and you've lost weight straight away, just saying. But we need to consider what the body is actually made up of.
There's so many different fluctuations, guys, in the body every single day. So your weight, for instance, on the scales can be affected by your sleep, it can be affected by stress, it can be affected by your hydration levels, the meal you just happened to have the day before, which could have been perfectly healthy, but you retained a lot of water with it. And of course, glycogen, when you're refueling muscles, you're going to add a bit of extra weight on the scales. So that number is not the best way.
And going on from that as well, so your body is obviously made up of lean muscle mass, skeletal mass, fat mass. Like Rhiannon talked about, how much water you're holding. So there's so many different components, and as Rhiannon said, they fluctuate on a daily basis.
You can fluctuate around 2 to 3 kilos in a day. So if you weigh yourself in the morning, you're going to be a completely different weight, obviously, to what you weigh yourself in the evening. And some days, for no reason, I find for women in particular, actually, because we have hormonal fluctuations, it's the hormones that dictate the number on the scales.
Exactly,
it's not always the workout you've done. And like Callum said, to see results in terms of fat loss, you really need to be looking at your muscle mass as well. It's a crucial element of burning fat.
That's it. So the more lean mass you have, the more effective your metabolism becomes at burning calories on a daily basis. Your BMR increases. You can burn through more calories.
So that's your basic metabolic rate. So when you're at resting every single day, we all have a certain amount of energy we burn. But if you then go and use your muscles, like I'm trying to use these muscles now, thanks to Callum,
which is your TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure. We need to be getting the right amount of calories in, specific to your goal.
Make sure it's nutrients as well. So you've got the numbers aspect there, but you need to think of the quality of those calories.
Exactly. What macronutrients you're putting into your body at what times as well. So, for example, we've just finished a big workout. It was a big workout. Yeah, it was. We have depleted muscle glycogen because we were working with weights and resistance. We now need to replenish that muscle glycogen, and ideally we want to be promoting lean muscle growth. So when we get the right rest, recovery and nutrition in, we can promote that. So ideally now we would want to be getting in some starchy carbohydrates, lean protein sources.
I need to go and eat something or drink something as soon as possible because we ripped a lot of muscle tissue in there. There was a lot going on. I'm aching. My legs are shaking. Yes, because of him. So if you are looking, you might say, well, she's pretty slim anyway, but actually it's more about the definition and making sure that you're working on the quality of the strength of the muscles, because sometimes, I don't know if you find, Callum, but aesthetic goals doesn't actually mean the quality of the strength of the actual muscle.
Exactly. And again, there where you were talking about the lean muscle mass, there's a common misconception that muscle weighs more than fat, and a pound of muscle is the same as a pound of fat. So what you need to look at, and a lot of people will hop on the scales and look at it that way, you need to look at your body composition. And a great way to do that is to take weekly progress pictures, because when you look at yourself in the mirror every single day, you're not gonna notice the change. But if you look over a period of a week, 2 weeks, 8 weeks, you really will start to see that body composition change when you get every single component right. So again, going back to weight loss versus fat loss, huge difference. And it's just understanding your goal and what you want to achieve.
And your body and what you do every single day. And don't be so hard on yourself. I think something I see in clinic a lot, because I often send people for these body composition scans. Callum and I were discussing earlier that you can actually do these really effective scans now if you're lucky enough to have access to them, which are way more effective. But be kinder on yourself, because one morning the scales are not a reflection of the hard work that you've put in.
Exactly.
You know, I've been training really hard. If I stepped on the scales, I'd probably be heavier and I'd be so disheartened. So don't put yourself through the agony of getting weight confused with fat.
Stay tuned, guys, plenty more coming from us. And if you like the videos, please comment below. Anything in particular you do want to see,
let us know,
and we'll crack on.
Have a great day.
See you later.